We are checking connections, folks.
It's Friday Live.
Friday Live in the coffee box.
And we're way early today too, right?
We are.
So it's about 10 minutes to 7. So you have to watch us on replay.
And we're live on Instagram right now. We'll be posting this to Facebook and to our YouTube just because we have a new method that we're going to be doing now for some of our feeds. For those that don't know, we actually have an internal group that uses a different app.
Platform.
Yep, and we keep all our internal communication and education videos and inspiration. Keep them for our members. Why? Because they're our members and that's our community, and we like to keep them informed and kind of motivated.
Yeah.
So we like to share these videos now.
Yeah. So if you're a Storm King member and you have not gotten on to Mighty Networks
you
yet,
need to do it.
You need to, right?
Yeah.
So it's not social media, so don't be freaked out by that. But you are missing out on lots of stuff that's happening there every day. Lots of communication and just chatter. So get in there, guys.
Yeah. So Dawn and I were actually talking. It's been a week since. I mean, this makes the first Friday of phase 2 technically.
Phase 2.0.
Well, yeah, 2.1 or 2.2, however you want to score that, right? And
hi, Harrison.
It is such a difference in our overall outlook. And it's because we're starting to see life come back into our gym and into our cafe, and people are starting to live their life again, which is so, you didn't realize how depressing it was and how much it was weighing on you.
And how much people were ready.
Yeah.
Like Sean said, even in the cafe, the coffee box that, is our other business next door. We opened for dining in on Monday, and here we are by Wednesday or Thursday, and we're like, wow, it's like
night and day.
180 degree difference than the week before.
Yeah.
And it's like people are ready, so people are coming in and sitting in and bringing their kids, and of course we're following all the protocols and keeping people spaced out and down to capacity and all of that. But we are super jazzed ourselves, just feeling hopeful again.
Yeah.
Like people are energetic and out and excited, and
yeah,
spring's
our
coming,
spirit has
getting
gone up,
longer.
and it's been awesome.
Yeah. So thank you guys for hanging in there.
Yeah, thank you. The other thing I kind of want to talk a little about, we mentioned before about our how, I think it was middle of December, we had a little extra weight that we were trying to get off, and we were trying our old ways of getting off.
So typically every year around the holidays or right after, you and I usually do a little reset. We don't call it a diet because we don't diet. We make it our lifestyle, right, all year round. But however, every New Year, we try to take ourselves into a little bit of a caloric deficit and just sort of reset for the year. And this year we each felt like after the pandemic and everything, the scale was probably 3 or 4 pounds higher than we like to be.
5 to 10 for me.
And so we had some goals, but it was different this time for us both around. So
for me, we educate our members. Our thing is education, right? There is no diet you should be doing. You should learn how to eat right, and that's how. And then it's just normal life, right?
For your life.
Instead of, hey, teach me or tell me what to eat, it's like we want to teach you how to eat, and then you would just apply it to your life. So we took a little sabbatical in the middle of December, and we came back, and we kind of had back-to-back times where we just weren't moving well. We weren't quite eating well. We were depressed. I think everyone was depressed. We were definitely depressed. And I knew I had about 10 pounds I would like to get back to where I was at, thereabout, how the weight would fluctuate. And we started our process, and it took weeks, almost a month before we even saw 1 pound move for either of us.
Before things started to change, yeah.
And we know how this works, but even it gets in our head, like, are we doing something wrong? What's happening here? And but we stuck to our plan. And keep in mind, our plan is we'd go out and we'd have a drink, occasionally each week. We would have, a steak or whatever. I mean, a hamburger. I mean, we don't restrict ourselves. That's not living, right? But it's figuring out how to live within that. But we just kept the course, and we told ourselves, we know what we're doing. Let's just follow through.
Trust the process.
Trust the process. And it took at least 6 to 8 weeks, I'd say, before we saw significant drops starting to happen. Like about that 6-week mark, we would start seeing measurable marks for us, and we're just like, okay, here it happens. And keep in mind, we're closer to our ideal body weight than most people. So if you're carrying 30 or 40 pounds, you will see a drop, but you're going to plateau. And what I was listening to, I listened to a buddy, he was telling me about a lady that was doing the Omni drops. And if you don't know what the Omni drops are, please don't ever do them. And if you do them, I'm sorry, but you're not learning anything, right? You're basically just going on a water restriction, getting yourself down to like unlivable calories.
Extreme caloric deficit.
And he said that this lady on Omni, she lost 50 pounds or something like that in a month and a half. And then as soon as she stopped, she was up 75 pounds. So she's gained 25 pounds, but she learned nothing. So she went through that whole exercise and didn't learn a damn thing. And so we want to teach you how to do these things without having any of this fancy voodoo stuff, because that's all it is. They're just trying to trick you into a sale, right? They just want to trick you and they want to hook you forever. We want to teach you. You can go to your grocery store, you can go to Gastro, you can go in our cafe. You can live a balanced life and reach your goals. You just have to have a realistic timeline to get there. And you have to put a little work. So a lot of people come in and they think about overtraining. Like we have a couple of people like, I'm going to work really hard. I'm going to do 3 a days. You know what? You're not learning how to eat. I worked out 1 day a week one hour a week, 4 to 5 days a week during this time, 1 hour, moderate intensity for me. I went out to eat, you went out to eat, we had drinks, we had holidays, we came out of the holidays, we lived our life, we went on, had a Valentine's Day, and guess what? We still reached our goals. And we had a fun going to do it. And so that's doable for you. You just have to stick to the process. And if you don't know the process, you come talk to this lady and we help educate you. We want to teach you how to fish, not give you a fish, like a lot of places.
So not that a lot of those like extreme or more fad type things can't work. They can't be successful in the short term.
Yep.
But what we find with, I would say 100% of our nutrition clients that we sit down with, everybody needs help with what do I do after. Okay, so maybe I've lost a little bit of weight, but for most people there's no education or there's no process for what do I do after? How do I maintain this? What does that look like for my life? So we prefer, the option of sitting down with people, finding out what do you like to eat? What does your life look like? How do you like to celebrate things? And then take their lifestyle that they already have or that they choose or want to have, and we try to fit their nutrition plan into that lifestyle. So it's not necessarily like you can't ever have any of this anymore and you need to be 100% compliant, because let's get real, that's not real life.
No.
So, this might not apply to you if you're a competitor or an elite athlete or those kinds of things. Obviously, we're talking about general population, 99% of the population that just wants to get a little bit healthier, right?
Yeah.
So we love to sit down and do nutrition with people. So that we always have people that we're working with. Right now, I think I have about 12 clients that we're doing, a managed 12, 14-week plan with. So we love to do that. So reach out and we can help you for sure and point you in some right directions. And we're not gonna, it's not gonna be this super restrictive thing. So I think you might be surprised with how real life it can be. So yeah.
Hey, real quick, Kennedy wants to go live over here. Can we?
So Kennedy's down in the cafe. She's our coffee coach, and we want to practice pulling her onto the camera.
So if
we don't know how that
if you're
works.
seeing me on this camera here,
so
you're gonna we're gonna wait for Kennedy to join. We're only gonna see it on one camera. Here comes Kennedy.
Yeah, so we're on Instagram. Hey, there's Kennedy in the cafe. So she was busy with customers, but she might have a minute here. Oh, hey, there we can see you. So Kennedy, tell us what the special is today down there.
So we have an English toffee caramel latte.
Ooh, she made one. Beautiful. So English toffee caramel. Oh, nice combination.
Yep.
Right on. So, do you have customers down there right now?
Yes, I do have some customers.
Oh, good.
All right.
Kennedy, tell the people what time we open.
So we open at 6 a.m. today.
6
And we close
a.m.
at
9 p.m. And then 9 p.m. tomorrow as well. Yes.
Correct.
Right. So
And
people.
tomorrow morning.
Yes, 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. Cool. And donuts tomorrow on Saturdays and Sundays, guys. Get in here for Sasquatch Donuts. Thanks, Kennedy.
Yep.
Bye, Kennedy.
Bye.
Well, I can't get that in on that side. Oh well. Well,
Maybe
we'll just keep
hit
her
the
live.
top screen.
All right, so we tried that. That's our first time going live with Kennedy
Yeah,
there, and we've got a
yay.
split screen over here, so we'll see if we can't figure that out. But whatever.
So just a little reminder on that, if you guys don't remember, the cafe opens at 6 a.m. every weekday, 7 a.m. on Saturdays, 8 a.m. on Sundays. So we've had a bunch of customers in there lately that keep telling us nothing else is open this early for us to come in and get coffee or breakfast sandwich or whatever. So
Try
come
the
check us
burger.
out. Come
That
check us
hamburger is amazing. It is so good.
Yes.
It's my favorite.
You can add an egg, make it a breakfast.
And so, and the other thing is that we also in that diet, I want to go back to that diet and nutrition. We have a lot of people that, and it's the wrong mindset. If you tell yourself that, well, I went for a run, I earned this, whatever. That is the wrong mindset.
Good point.
Right? You need to realize
We never earn extra food.
you don't.
It's not a reward.
And it's
They're separate.
and for 99.9% of you, it's about calories in and calories out. The less than 1% by the experts say have any thyroid issues, right? So it's about calories in and calories out and having to manage it. And so when you add a little activity, yeah, you're going to burn a little bit extra calories, but you're not really learning how to manage things, because you don't want to just keep on adding an hour of activity and another hour of activity, another hour of activity, because eventually you're just going to peter
Well, and
out.
what
and
happens as you get older and your metabolism starts to change and
Yeah, you can't
you
do
start
that.
dealing with hormones and all of those other biofeedback type things,
Yep.
and then maybe adding all that extra cardio like you've always done is not helping this time, and so we need to dial it back and look at those calories. So it's really helping people understand what they're putting in their mouth,
Yeah.
and so that's the biggest lesson is that meal that I just ate, what is that? What does that mean in calories and protein and
Yeah.
macros and that kind of thing? So lots of education, and that's really our passion in helping people, is just educating them on what they are eating and what they could choose that might be better.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah, it's
the basics never stop
Basics.
working, and that's what we always want to preach to our members.
well, and that's
So it doesn't have to be fancy, crazy, trendy, all of the things, right? That's great if that's your jam and you love that, but don't skip the basics, right?
Do
Basic foundations of exercise, fitness, nutrition are still the same. It might not be exciting, it might be boring, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Sometimes boring is where you need to be. Hi, Brenda.
Yeah, sometimes
So-
for sure. So make sure, if you're interested, we are taking more memberships, so you can talk to us.
Yeah.
We're here to change your life, right? We're here to inspire you, motivate you, and educate you, and help you reach your goals. This week in our workouts, we're actually on our CrossFit side, we're doing open prep for the CrossFit Open, where it's once a year where we come together as a community, and we're not following any affiliate owners programming for that one day. We're following whatever CrossFit main site programs for it, and it's a fun way to come together. It's all a big surprise for us, and we actually we try to increase our intensity a little bit for that one day, right? We pick our battles inside the classes of how we feel that day. Maybe we just want to kind of go at a 50% pace. Sometimes we want to go 75% pace. This one time we're like, hey, can we up it to 90% and just hold on for a little bit and try? And it was fun. I mean,
Yep.
I was gassed. I surprised myself on how I did compared to my
years ago.
2019. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I was like happily surprised on that. So if you're in our CrossFit class, come in and don't be afraid of it, right? Your coach will walk you through it all, and it's just a good time. It's just a workout. It really is, right? It's all it is, just a workout. But embrace the community, embrace the people celebrating you, and what everything you could do, because it's watching. We're all unique creatures because we understand. We all do the same movements, maybe at different range of motions or different weights and all that. But we all have an appreciation for how hard that movement might be, or how fast that person worked. We all can. It's all relatable to us, and so we're like, wow, that's really cool to see that person, or to see someone change a milestone where maybe they weren't quite squatting below parallel and now they're hitting it. I mean, that's the most exciting part for me, is like, if you are really deconditioned, you're not sure how to move, when you get those little light bulb moments and we teach you a little better form and technique, and all of a sudden I turn my back and I turn around and I'm like, you still are doing it. Awesome. That's
better,
so good, right? We're keeping you safe, keeping you moving. So
Yeah. Another thing in the gym that we're starting is, and you'll see we posted on our social media about this as well, but Red Shirt Fridays are starting here. So on Fridays we wear red.
So we don't have red yet. We had to order
What
them.
RED stands for is Remember Everyone Deployed until they come home safely. So in honor of all of our servicemen and women who are currently deployed, and to support their families and them, we're wearing red to show our support on Fridays. So we have SK red shirts that are being made and pre-selling right now. However, if you aren't a member and you want one and you like that and you see that post today, just comment or send us a message and we can make sure we get you on that pre-order list. But you'll start seeing more and more of that on Fridays. We wear red, so
yeah. So, and get in. We have a bunch of specials going on at the cafe. Get into the gym.
growler special every Saturday.
Yeah.
Come down, fill your growler. They're $5 off.
Phone keeps on moving over here.
That's it. Yeah, I know.
All right,
Okay.
friends.
All
Happy
right.
Friday. We'll see you in the box. See you in the gym or the cafe this weekend. Bye, guys.
Yes. Have a good weekend.